Rightmove's monthly housing index has just been published, confirming that average asking prices rose 0.4% last month to end 2016 up 3.2% at just over £300,000. First-time buyers are now paying 6.4% more than they were 12 months ago, pushed up to a great extent, in my opinion, by government initiatives like Help to Buy. Of course, the national market is made up of many smaller individual markets, some of which have been performing better than others. According to Rightmove, the average time to sell a property now stands at 72 days, while stock levels in December were down to 51 properties per estate agency branch, something that's giving some cause for concern. But it's the gap between the amount that sellers are asking and what buyers are actually paying that is perhaps of the greatest interest to the majority of people. According to an update from the National Association of Estate Agents, 84% of sales agreed were done so below the asking price. An update at 9:30 on Tuesday from the Land Registry will confirm exactly what buyers have been paying, but over the last 12 months it has increased. The spread between what a good agent might sell a property for and what a savvy buyer, advised perhaps by a good buying agent, might pay has increased from roughly 10% in January last year to around 20% today. It is perhaps no surprise, therefore, that different house price indices vary considerably depending on whether they're reporting asking prices, mortgage advances or sold prices, and whether they're based on local or national averages. If I was able to give you the European average house price based on sales in the UK, Ireland and Spain, it wouldn't be much help, and it's not just sellers who are confused. The press too are struggling to understand and to report the current market. Across England and Wales, average house prices have increased by nearly 300% in the last 20 years, but there is a danger of using broad averages. House prices in London and the South East may have doubled since 2008, but this story is not repeated across the whole of the UK. House prices in Northern Ireland, for example, are still 50% below the peak reached there in 2007. Looking forward, it seems that London prices and sales volumes are under pressure, with prices in some areas down by as much as 15% since peaking in 2015. And while some economists think that this may infect the wider market, there's no evidence yet to suggest that this is happening. Indeed, whilst I remain in a small minority of those who think that prices will end the year slightly lower, the vast majority expect prices to rise just slightly through the year. For the vast majority of people trying to get onto the housing ladder or to rent a home, the overriding issue remains the lack of new homes being built, and it remains to be seen whether the government's housing white paper, expected to be published in the next couple of weeks, will do anything seriously to deal with this. In the meantime, the market remains fickle and unpredictable. Those looking to buy or rent a property this year, or indeed to sell, will need the best advice if they are to avoid making potentially an expensive mistake.